When did concerts, at least in America, go from being something even the most dirt poor person could go to now only middle-class individuals and above can afford? Pearl Jam tried to warn us about Ticketmaster. The profit model for music changed with the internet. The notion of buying and owning music is now a quaint throwback to the last century. Artists get absurdly low compensation from streaming services. Concerts are one of the few channels where they can make some real income. I see concerts regularly for $10-$35. Of course, big names are going to be expensive, but there is so much music out there that is still easily accessible. Most concerts are still $20-$30 unless you're talking about huge bands on stadium tours or music festivals or something. Somewhere in the late 1980s, I had seen Eric Clapton 4 times and spent less than $25 for OK seats. In about 1988 or 1989, the price was $125. I didn't go. That's because you guys are going to go see hyper-famous artist and paying hundreds of dollars for it. I regularly see local bands for $10 to $30 almost every weekend. Support local bands. I'm assuming you are older and the bands you like are now legacy acts. Older audience equals more disposable income. Or you're a Taylor Swift fan. Start listening to death metal. I think the most I've ever paid for a ticket at a metal show is like $20. When were dirt poor people going to popular, big-name concerts in the last 20 years? Ticketmaster and scalpers can be blamed for the price of large arena and big venue prices. Local venues that aren't Ticketmaster run tend to have more reasonable prices. Most mainstream and larger name artists aren't going to those venues, though. Edited to add, back in the day, it wasn't uncommon to win tickets to shows from raffles, radio call-ins, etc. I guess that's a thing anymore. None of the bands that I listen to have sold tickets for more than like $35 in the last few years. I think it's really only an issue with huge acts Taylor Swift and the like. I saw Pliny and Periphery a couple years ago for $30. Last year my wife got us tickets to see Pliny and Jacob Zydecky in NYC, and I think they were around the same price. She also went to see Fall Out Boy with a friend and their tickets were substantially more expensive. As bad as Ticketmaster is, there was never a time when even the most dirt poor person could go to the big commercial concerts. When we decided not to pay for music anymore, which then made it so that the only way most artists can make money is through the concerts. When we decided music has no value and because it's art we should not have to pay for it. The vast majority of artists don't make money. And most concerts lost money, but were a way to promote albums where the artists could make money. So now that they cannot make money selling albums, they have to make up for it in concert sales. That's not the case. That's only for the largest shows out there. Plenty of concerts are still available to most people. 2 major productions come with major expenses. All those people who leave their families for months at a time in order to make the magic happen deserve a good wage. Truck drivers, bus drivers, caterers, audio video lighting carpenters, production coordinators, and so on. 3. The bigger the star, the more they are paid per show. That price keeps going up, so ticket prices go with it. You know there are musicians beyond what fills up 30,000 stadiums, right? Your local bar probably has local musicians performing live music on most weekends. There may be a jazz or blues club, Mexican restaurant with the mariachi band. You can experience live music without being in a 30,000 stadium or theater. Pretty much all big cities everywhere still offer multiple venues where you can see a live band for a few bucks. I assume you mean huge concerts that take place in sports arenas or amphitheaters? Club shows and theater shows seem quite affordable to me. One reason is fanspires figure out a way to pay the prices. If bands would show up to empty venues, things would change. Even if you're dirt poor, you can still go, you're just not going to see the biggest acts in America anymore. I've had to phase out certain bands I used to like seeing: Postmodern Jukebox, Scary Pockets, Sammy Ray and the Friends, Dispatch, a bunch of others, because concert tickets went from like $20 to $100. There are tons of amazing bands I can see for under $30. I'll just keep going to those, keep on my toes for up and coming acts I'll be glad I saw later when I can't afford it, and enjoy the free shows that roll into town from time to time. Well, the monopoly that is Live Nation Ticketmaster's fees bump that shit up $30 at least. This finance brain that permeates everything is going to make electricity only for the middle class soon. Multiple issues. 1. Live Nation Ticketmaster both own most of the venues and sell most of the tickets respectively. 2. People accepted ever-increasing prices, because venues were still selling out and people are willing to pay astronomically high prices to go see a concert. 3. Ticketmaster has no incentive to make prices cheaper. You are willing to pay, the venue is selling out, supply demand equals you pay more. 4. Musicians only want to perform at Live Nation venues because they get paid more, and they have to put in zero effort to get accommodations and sales. For example, it's the easiest way to perform a concert as a musician. 5. Musicians never made a whole lot from record sales, but record sales are very low because most of us stream music and musicians basically get nothing from streaming. 6. Musicians want high spenders at their concerts. They make a lot of their revenue from merchandise sales. Poor audiences have less disposable income. Someone willing to spend $500 on a concert ticket won't mind spending an extra $100 on merch, where someone paying $20 for a ticket is only likely to buy maybe one shirt or something.